What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and we all know that Assassin's Creed Shadows is being pushed to March 20th. Some think that it was insensitive, some don't care, some are worried about certain aspects of the game. Overall, I wanted to discuss because a lot of people are coming and telling me that they don't think it's a good thing that the game was pushed back a second time, especially so close to release. If you remember, in November of last year, that's when Assassin's Creed was supposed to release, on the 15th of November, and around September, October, they let us know, hey, we're pushing it back to the 14th of February 2025. Now, we're not even a little over a month outside of February 14th when they were supposed to release it, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we need another month, so they moved it to March 20th. So was this pushback a W or an L? That's the question here. So what I want to say is that I do feel that them pushing the date back, rescheduling the release, is not a bad thing. If you remember, CD Projekt Red, they released Cyberpunk 2077, and it was a mess upon release. Now, that doesn't mean that, CDPR is unskilled, because they are pretty skilled. I don't know what happened with Cyberpunk. I mean, it was years upon years upon years in development, and when they released it on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it was a complete buggy mess. On PC, PS5, the Xbox Series X and S, it was still a little buggy, but not so buggy. It wasn't unplayable. So, and what I mean by unplayable is that there weren't enough bugs that you noticed, or if you did notice, it was something goofy like somebody floating or something while they're walking. Nothing really game-breaking at all. And, of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla released before Cyberpunk released. And I will still maintain that the reason they did that was because they wanted to make sure that they beat Cyberpunk out so people would buy their product over Cyberpunk. That's why they released early. One of the rumors that I did not get to, that also people have said, is that there are a couple of games coming out in February, and demos or beta tests for certain games that are coming out in February that Assassin's Creed would be overshadowed by. And they're saying that that's why they decided to move that a month after. They decided to move it to March 20th. Whatever their reasoning is, I want to go with the fact that it is still a mess and they're trying to fix it. Or they're doing some last minute tweaks. That's what I feel like, honestly. If they release the game and it is as buggy and messed up as Valhalla upon release, that's problematic, and obviously UbiSoft is shot. Right now, they need this game to be absolutely amazing. This game needs to be darn near Game of the Year material. Otherwise, they're going to have problems. They have to have this game to near perfection. It cannot mess up. It cannot fail. Failure is not an option with this game right now. And the reason I'm saying that is because they are in such a spot. The bar is so low. Our expectations are so low that even people who are perpetually hating on the game, who absolutely hate Ubisoft, who absolutely hate Assassin's Creed as a series, even they are making sense in what they are saying. So we got to approach this very carefully. They really do need to make sure that this game is absolute peak, because if it is not, it's over. It's absolutely over. It's incredibly over. So they really do need to strengthen this game. Some people feel that they keep pushing the game back because, number one, the game is not ready. Number two, some people feel that, like I said, they didn't want to go up against other companies releasing games or game demos or beta tests. Number three, a lot of people feel that Ubisoft just is not prepared. They're not prepared. They don't know what they're doing. Their management has no idea. They're just pushing stuff back. This game may never be perfect. It may never be what it needs to be. People think that has ill tidings. It does not bode well. I am of the ideology that it does bode well. It means that they are catching their mistakes before we do. Because when we catch the mistake as the consumer, all hell is going to break loose, because people are not going to let this go. Look at what's going on already. People are freaking out over the fact that it's released March 20, which was the National Day of Tragedy in Japan. One of the biggest, in their own territory, acts of terrorism, almost akin to 9/11, or possibly akin to 9/11. I don't know. I don't know the history, but it's along those lines. And people are going with the narrative that Ubisoft purposely put it there on that date to insult the Japanese. Again, I'll die on this hill. I do not believe that that's what they did purposely. They probably just picked the date. Again, not a defense of Ubisoft. They could have actually just went an exact month and done March 14th. March 14th is a Friday. So, you were releasing February 13th, which is a Friday. You could have released March 14th, which was also a Friday. They gave themselves almost another week to complete this game or to release it. So, I don't know. You choose in the comments below how you want to argue that, how you want to justify that, but genuinely, from my heart of hearts, I do not believe that was purposeful. I don't believe there was malicious intent in that. I just believe that it was just a random date that they picked, honestly. And games always usually release on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Mondays and Fridays is very rare, although they still do it. Mortal Kombat was released on Mortal Monday. It all depends. We'll see what happens. I personally was looking forward to spending an entire weekend of playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'll still get my weekend because, I'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But, that's pretty much the deal. That's pretty much where they were at. So we'll see what goes down there. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they get their act together. Everything is assembled. In the upcoming days, maybe they'll put out an apology. Maybe they'll even change the date again to that Friday, the 21st. Just to appease people, who believe this was done maliciously and insensitively. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, again, in my opinion, whenever you delay the game, they are picking it apart. They are doing what they have to do. If the game comes out and it's still a complete buggy mess and it's absolute crap, then obviously we know that they should have moved it even further, or they should have just scrapped the game altogether and went straight to Hex. That's what they should have done. If this game is that buggy. But then Hex may be buggy as well. We'll see what happens. Again, we don't know what's going on. Gaming is in such a crazy state right now. It seems like developers can't do anything right. Certain games absolutely fail. And after the failure of Star Wars Outlaws, they do not want to see failure with Shadows, because that'll be the nail in the coffin. Absolutely, without a doubt, unequivocally, the nail in the coffin. They'll be done. But again, some people agree with me, some people disagree. Some people are very worried that it's already the end and they're just trying to figure out how to end it. Some people feel that, you know, this game is still going to come out a buggy mess. Some people feel that no matter what they do, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. There are even people who believe that this game will get pushed back another month or two, end of the year, what have you. And honestly, I hope not. Like I said, this is already a 4-year development on this game. I mean, after 4 years, if your game is still shit, you have a problem. And it's a very serious problem. And I honestly don't think that it's the coders, it's the developers. I think that that's coming from the top. All right? We know that Tencent right now is having a lot of problems because they're going to start going after all these quote-unquote Chinese companies or companies that are affected by China. They believe Tencent is in there. They believe, you know, the American government believes Tencent is, you know, doing some shady dealings, and they're going after them. So, you know, this may also affect the game. This may also be what's affecting the game. We'll see what happens. Only time will tell. But let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Do you think that this is warranted? Do you think that this was a smart move for them to delay it? Or do you think that it's a bad move? What are your reasons behind either? Do you think that Tencent is affecting this? Do you think that Woke and DEI is affecting this? Or do you think that this game is just genuinely buggy? It followed the pattern of Star Wars Outlaws, and they want to fix the stealth because Outlaws absolutely sucked. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. See you all in the next one.